which is the most solemn day in the calendar? I'm not too sure. I live in the Western world in the United States many years, so maybe it is Memorial Day weekend, when you commemorate the lives of all those who fell because of the nation. They gave their lives, they lost it in battle. Eh, Even though today, of course, it has become, unfortunately, a weekend for sales, where you sell goods, you try to improve the economy. But the basic message is really remember the fallen soldiers. Maybe the most solemn day is really in the United States, April 4th, July 4th, the day of independence, the day when formally we cut the ties with the English crown and the United States became from then on the greatest country in this world. That is a very important date. Maybe in Venezuela, that I lived for many years, July 5th, the day when they swore the independence. Maybe in Israel, it should be May 14th, fifth day of Iyar, when they declare the independence, the establishment of the state of Israel. Maybe that should be the most solemn day. I don't know, What about the Christian world? Which is the most solemn day? I think that the most solemn day may be Holy Friday, which is the anniversary of when Jesus died on a cross, or maybe it's December 25th when he was born, because for the Christian world, he was God. He was an incarnation, a human incarnation of God. So that is the most solemn day. The whole faith somehow revolves around the life of that individual. What is the most solemn day in your area? Maybe think about it. Maybe you will let me know what you think. What about in the Jewish tradition? Which is the most solemn day? It could be Pesach. It could be the anniversary of when we left Egypt, slavery. That was independence also. Or maybe it could be Shavuot, the day in which we received the Torah, because after all, the Torah is what characterizes us, gives us really a definition of what to be a Jew is. Maybe that should be it. But I think that in practice, it is none of the above. I think that the most solemn day in the Jewish calendar is Yom Kippur. What is Yom Kippur? I'm not going to go into details of the day, but basically, it is the day of forgiveness. God forgives us for our sins. What God is telling us, you know what? Start all over again. Forget about what you did in the past. You can start all over again. Well, not forget, you have to have remorse. You have to want to change. Somehow, of course, there must be some kind of ingredient of teshuvah, of going back to the roots. But basically, the day itself has the power of forgiving you of your mistakes. In other words, don't think you have reached the end of the road. There is no such thing. There's a new beginning. You can start again. There are two concepts in Yom Kippur. One is kapara, which means forgiveness. The other one is tahara, which means cleanliness, purification. What God is saying, I can not only forgive, I can also purify you. In other words, I can really erase whatever you did before. Forget about the mistakes that you made. You're starting from zero. It's not as if you're starting with baggage from before. You're starting from zero. I know that some people who have made mistakes and have been jailed, after they come out from jail, they write their curriculum, but they have to say, well, I spent 2 years in the clink. I was a prisoner for 2 years, and maybe society judges you that way. What God is telling you with tahara, forget about it. You were in jail. I erased that. You don't have that in your bio. You are starting from zero once again. I think that is a tremendous message. The most solemn day is not about an event, something that happened to the collective, to everybody, even if I was part of it. Yom Kippur is a personal date for me and God. I am standing alone before God, I, without any clothing, the way I was born, really showing what my inner emotions, my spirit really is. And God is telling me, you know what? You can do much better than what you have done. And I've lately thought about, Yom Kippur is not really a day so much to ask God for forgiveness. Of course, yes, I am sorry for what I did in the past. I'm not going to do it again. I think Yom Kippur is much more about missed opportunities, why I didn't fulfill my potential in the year past. Why didn't I do more of what I know how to do? Why didn't I do what I'm supposed to do in this world? Abba Eban once said, that the Palestinians never miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity. There were so many times when they had an opportunity to make peace with Israel, and yet they didn't do it, and they would be much better off today. Life is also filled with missed opportunities, and maybe this is what Yom Kippur is teaching us. Don't miss the opportunity. God is giving you a new chance. Forget about all the mistakes that you made. I'm going to erase all that. Start from zero. You're starting from zero again. I think that is a tremendous idea that Judaism proposes to each and every one of us. If you think you've reached the end of the road, you've had a bad year, you've made mistakes, you didn't do things. You know what? Yom Kippur says you have a new opportunity. You can start all over again because you have tremendous potential. And none of us, I think, really uses the extent of our potential. Okay, so Yom Kippur is not about events. It's not about something that happened to the Jewish people. It is something that is happening to you and your relationship with God and your relationship with yourself. Make sure you achieve the potential that you have inside you.